1, and he has the ball taken absolutely away from him. And big number 77.
And the band started playing, and everybody was swaying. And the coach in the back said everyone attacked, and it turned into a ball game blitz. And the quarterback backed, and then he got sacked, turning into a ball game blitz. Ball game blitz.
There's a pass. It's caught by Dogs over the middle. He's going to go all the way.
A ball game blitz. A ball game blitz. It's a ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, a ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, a ball game blitz. Oh, it's a ball game blitz.
All right, I'm here with Joe Gaddis, football coach at Peabody, getting ready to play South Fulton. Coach, we're 2-0 in the district, and as we just talked about, I hope this is not a trap game for us because we came off a big emotional victory last week at Union City.
Yeah, it could be, but I think our kids won't let that happen. We need to play well tonight. We control our own destiny. I've talked to them about that all week long, every day. As long as we keep winning district games, we have a chance to win a district championship. In fact, we will. And it's 1 week at a time, and we've got to take care of business tonight, and that's what I hope we do.
The kids that we got hurt last week, JT, he's probably out for the season, most likely.
Yes.
What about Malik Dokes? Is he going to be able to come back?
Malik will probably play some offense tonight. We won't play him full game, but he's been cleared to play. He just hasn't had any contact all week.
And who can we expect in the game for JT on offense and defense?
Xavier Ball will play at that slot position that he's been playing on the offensive side. On defense, we're using a combination of several people over there, but Logan Morris, for example, will start at safety tonight, and JT's been playing a lot of safety all year long, so that's kind of the way we'll go. Tyler Gadlin, who's been a corner, will also play safety. So we've made some changes in the secondary.
South Fulton beat Greenfield last week pretty handily, got a pretty good fullback, I think, don't they?
Got a great running back and a great quarterback. They have two guys who can beat most anybody if they have a good night. We just got to make sure they don't have a good night.
All right, Coach, let's get after them. All right.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA #1 in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
Rocky Top Barbecue, located at 414 East Eden Street, allows you to eat in, carry out, or call in. Crowd favorites include loaded baked potato or tater, hamburgers and hamburger steaks, barbecue nachos, and of course, pulled pork barbecue. For your next party, get the shoulder pack, 17 to 20 pounds of shoulder, a gallon of baked beans, a quart of slaw, a quart of barbecue sauce, and 2 packs of buns for only $89.99. So come visit or call Rocky Top Barbecue at 855-0122.
Gentlemen, shake hands. Gentlemen, you're the captains of your team tonight, and we expect this game to be played with great sportsmanship. You're the leaders. Make sure that your team does. You're the visitor. That's heads. That's tails. Tails, heads. I'm going to flip it. If I drop it, we'll do it again, but you will call it before I flip it. What do you call? He calls tails. It is heads. You have one to toss. You want to defer, right? You want the football. Which way do you want to kick? You want to defend that. All right, you'll slide that way, you slide this way. South Fulton will receive on this end. Gentlemen, shake hands. Let's have a great game.
We welcome you to Walter Kilser Stadium tonight for District 14A contest between your Peabody Golden Tide and the Red Devils from South Fulton. Peabody's comes into this game 2-0 in the district, and I believe South Fulton comes into this game 1-3 in the district. We'll have to check that out. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, South Fulton had a big victory last week against the Greenfield Yellow Jackets, and Peabody had a thrilling come-from-behind victory against the Golden Tornadoes of Union City. Joey, it ought to be a good contest tonight.
I think the team's pretty evenly matched. You never know what you're going to get when these kids come out. Big factor, of course, tonight, may not can see it from the camera angle, but rain is here. Some storms to our west, maybe some lightning. So we're just going to have to watch and see what factor that plays.
Tonight's first quarter is sponsored by LA Realty with the broker Ed Norman. 107 on the Court Square in Trenton. Be sure to call Ed 855-9899 for all of your real estate and commercial property needs here in Trenton and the surrounding area. Ed does a great job, and he'll be able to help you.
South Fulton has some really good skilled players. Going to be a challenge for Peabody tonight to keep them under control. Of course, Peabody's had some tough games defensively. So I'm sure this week they've worked on that, ready for South Fulton, what they bring to the table.
South Fulton comes into tonight's contest with a four-year starter, I guess, at quarterback. Jaquay Garman began playing quarterback for the Red Devils in his freshman year, and they're carried on offense mainly by a a 5'11", 175-pound senior, John Patrick Fowler. He was the player of the week last week in the Northwest Tennessee area, named by the Union City and that area paper up there. Had 5 touchdowns against Greenfield. Drew Sanders is set to kick off for the Golden Tide, and the rain is starting to come down here at Walter Kilser Stadium.
Wind blowing pretty strongly from right to left, north to south. Drew should be able to get a foot in this one.
And the ball goes down to about the 14-yard line, and Fowler takes it. Fowler's on the loose over there on the side, and he's finally pushed out of bounds by number 22, Tavarian Barnett. After a very short kickoff from Sanders, they get a good return all the way out to Peabody's about the 40-yard line, where South Fulton will have it 1st and 10.
Well, number 6 is, of course, one of the keys for South Fulton tonight. He was not going to outrun Tavarian Barnett, but a great game, great start to the game here for South Fulton.
South Fulton has a tight end to the right. Little mix-up in the backfield. Fowler gets the ball, and he's hit immediately after he gets the ball. There on the stop is number 19, Jordan Johnson. Also number 86, Ryan White on the tackle.
And you know, guys, Peabody really needs a strong defensive effort here tonight. They've struggled and maybe a little down on themselves, so they need a strong effort to build some confidence as we near the end of the season.
No gain on 1st down, so that brings up 2nd and 10. Garman's back to pass, sets his feet, he throws out here, and the ball is caught by number 12 and a missed tackle right there to start the game. Ryan Moore on the completion, junior, 6'1", 176 pounds, caught the ball, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. He's going to have a 1st down.
South Fulton's quarterback has such a strong arm, able to throw it easily 50 yards from just maybe one step, watching him in the pregame. But missed tackles are something we have seen far too many of. We can't have that tonight.
1st and 10. Fowler's in motion. Number 12 gets the ball coming back across the motion, and he's going to be hit and stopped there after about a 3-yard gain on the play. That was 12, Ryan Moore for South Fulton, and tackled by number 19, Jordan Johnson.
So far, we're seeing a good response from Peabody for the run game. South Fulton. Key's going to be containing their tailback, their quarterback, also this passing game of theirs.
2nd down and 8 for South Fulton. Fowler's got the ball, and he's going to be hit and stopped by number 19, Jordan Johnson, for a no gain.
Trying to strip that ball that time. Running within the tackles, you have to believe that Peabody feels pretty good about that. So far, South Fulton not getting outside.
Several pretty big linemen out there for South Fulton tonight. The left tackle, Zach Vaughn, 6'1", 275-pound senior. 3rd and long for South Fulton. Back to pass, and the ball went through the hands of number 6, John Patrick Fowler, and that's going to bring up 4th and long.
The South Fulton quarterback that time throws a good pass, good strong pass, but into a stiff wind, just kind of sails high on him. Brings up 4th down here for South Fulton.
So 4th and long as Garman is under center. He's back to pass. They got a man out to the left in a swing pass, and he's going to be sacked by Jordan Johnson, blowing through the gap and getting him down for about a 10-yard loss on the play, and Peabody's going to take over 1st and 10.
You know, already in this game, we've called Jordan Johnson's name several times. Maybe this is going to be a standout night for him as he makes his name and his presence known here in this important game. Big stop there for Peabody's defense.
Same basic offense that Peabody's had all season. We've got one replacement into the game, number 23, Xavier Ball, a sophomore J-Teen Haynes was injured last week against Union City, and Xavier's going to fill in that spot for him. And Xavier's got a pretty quick foot on him. And if he comes across the motion and they give him the ball on that jet sweep, they better be ready to come upfield and turn him back in, because he'll get around them in a hurry.
South Fulton's seen some good teams, but they've not seen anybody with an offense like Peabody, how quickly they can score.
Barnett on the right side of the field. He turns it up, and he's going to have a pickup of about 17 on the play, or excuse me, about 12 on the play. And kicked out of bounds there by Fowler after a first down.
Well, by the nature of a rainy night, you would think they'd stay on the ground a little bit more, be creative in that running game. Handing it to number 22, fastest man, it seems, on the planet, Tavarian Barnett, even in the rain, can't slow him down.
So Tavarian Barnett has the first down. That's a Food Right first down. Appreciate our sponsors each night for our first downs. Barnett on the loose again, and he's got several blockers out there with him, and he's going to have a pickup of about 8 on the play.
Already we see the offensive line for Peabody having some success blocking up front. They've had some challenges. They've faced some great defensive lines in this area this year so far. And if that offensive line can make some holes, it's going to be a long night for South Fulton.
Ryan Moore and Tyler Marsh were on the tackle for South Fulton, and we've got a player hurt for South Fulton, so let's take a break while they get him some aid, and we'll be back with 9:09 to play here from Walter Kilzer Stadium. You're watching Golden Tide Football on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton can help you get to a better state, because she'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Okay, I want to invite you to come join us here at Food Right, where we specialize in our meat department, our produce department, our bakery deli department, offer Western Union to send or receive your money. Our butchers in our meat department have over 75 to 80 years experience by cutting beef. We have freshness everywhere we go in our produce department. We just stock that produce every day with fresh vegetables and fruits. Come join us at Food Right. Thank you.
All right, so we're back to action after about an hour and 45-minute break for a rain and lightning delay. Peabody has the ball at about the 36-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 2. And the officials have stopped the clock, and maybe we're having trouble getting the clock to operate here. Let's see what's going on. So Joey, what's the challenge for these teams coming out after a break like that? Just getting loose again?
You know, they really didn't have a chance to get too warmed up to begin with. You know, just ran a few plays. I don't think it's kind of like starting the game all over again.
All right, 2nd and 2 for Peabody. Ball's in motion, and that's Bogus on the keeper right up the middle after Xavier Ball went across the formation in motion.
Well, Bogus has been running that design play, maybe a quarterback draw up the middle successfully in the last 2 or 3 games. Looks like it may be a big part of this game tonight.
3 wideouts to the near side of the field, trips formation, 1 wide out to the right. High snap, gets away, and Bogus recovers, and he picks up maybe a gain of about 5 on the play after a little busted play there.
Bogus, a good job there. You know, he's really grown up in the last few games, a lot of self-confidence. You can tell he feels a lot more comfortable back there. He's able to deal with adversity. And
his confidence from the first game of the year to this game, I think Joey is 100% fold, you know, greater.
Well, he's like a different player.
2 wideouts, gold formation, or 4 wideouts, the spread formation, the gold package for Peabody. Devarian Barnett's got the ball. He's running loose. He's still on his feet. He's going to go in. Touchdown, Peabody. So with 7:45 to play here in the first quarter of action, Peabody takes the lead.
Devarian Barnett, outside, inside. He's if you give him a step, he's going to be successful, and he proves it right there once again.
The clock runs continuously. They just got it to stop. They ran off an extra 15 seconds, it looked like. So I don't know if we're going to have a trouble with the clock. Anyway, Drew Sanders is on for the extra point. It's a good snap, a good hold. The kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be good. And so Peabody takes the lead here with 7:23 to play in the first quarter of action. The ball game Blitz from Walter Kilser Stadium and Peabody High School. We'll be back after this short break for the kickoff.
Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812. Having trouble finding school polos and jackets or even your high school fanwear? Then go to Bell Shirt and Sign Company, located right beside Peabody High School in Trenton, Tennessee. Come check out their showroom full of high school fanwear. They even carry school-approved apparel from youth sizes, junior sizes, women's and men's sizes, with some styles and colors available up to 6XL. Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812.
If you subscribe to the crazy notion that the financial goals of a lifetime deserve more than a 10-minute chat,
if you believe your financial advisor should listen as much as he speaks,
join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference. Join us. At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
All right, so that was our first touchdown of the night, sponsored by Amy Greer at State Farm Insurance, South College in Trenton. Be sure and see Amy for all your insurance needs, and be sure and thank her for supporting Golden Tide football. 7-0, Peabody's got the lead. Drew Sanders is set to kick off, and South Fulton's waiting to receive the kickoff.
Well, about 2 hours ago we did this, and had some difficulty with our kick coverage, something that's been a strong suit for us all year. But number 6 for South Fulton able to take it up the middle for a big gain.
Clock has been reset to 7:51. And I believe the electric clock operator is going to be up here in the press box running the clock the rest of the game. Sanders set to kick off. Taylor, tell us about that drive for the Golden Tide that ended in a touchdown.
Well, it was 2 plays before the break and then 5 plays the rest of the way, and then for a 23-yard touchdown run by Bennett.
All right. So Sanders kicks off, and number 12 is running the football back. And he's going to be stopped at about the 32 or 33-yard line, where South Fulton will take over 1st and 10. Our first quarter tonight is sponsored by LA Realty. Ed Norman is the broker. 731-855-9899 for all of your real estate and property needs. You can go online and see Ed Norman at LARealtyLLC.com. 1st and 10 for South Fulton. Number 6, their mainstay player on the carry, and that's J.P. Fowler. And they're going to have a pickup of about 4 on the play.
Much more direct offense for South Fulton. Peabody has seen so many different looks, the incredibly difficult teams that they've played this far. South Fulton not quite as quick as most.
2nd and 6 for South Fulton. Fowler's got the football. He's going to be tackled after a gain of about 1. Looked like they could have stopped him short of making any gain at all, but he wiggled his way through the defense of the Peabody Golden Tide and was able to pick up 1 on the play.
Well, we talked about the challenges that Peabody, their defenses had, really have struggled, allowed a lot of points this year so far, missed a lot of tackles. They need a big game. First drive of South Fulton, they were able to stop them on 4 plays, looking for a 3rd and short to hold them here.
Garman still at quarterback for South Fulton. He's back to pass, and he's going to throw the ball out here, and he's going to be short of a first down. As Ryan Moore was the young man who caught the football. He was tackled immediately by Dre Ballou, number 21. Also 16, Ty Fields was there. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a long 2.
Well, that's the defensive stands that we need to see from Peabody. They're playing hard. They look like they're playing inspired defense, rushing to the ball.
Back deep for the Golden Tide, receiving this punt will be number 2, Tyler Gadlin, a senior. And punting the football for South Fulton is Fowler. The kick is away, and it's a high, wobbly kick. Get out of the way and let them down the football. And so Peabody's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ty Fields providing some pressure there on the punter. Has to get it away a little quicker, a little higher than he perhaps wanted to. Good field position as Peabody starts with 5:54 here left in the first quarter.
It's still hard for me to see these teams not getting in the huddle, Joey. It's hard for me to get used to that. We haven't been in the huddle this time the entire year, but it has produced a lot of points for the Golden Tide. Trips formation to the wide side of the field. In motion is Ball. Back running the football going the other direction is number 22, Barnett, and he's going to be stuck there by big number 58 for South Fulton on the tackle, and that is Mason Pullen.
Barnett stuck hard there inside. You know, there's a limit to the inside running that Barnett can do at 5'8", 150 pounds or so. We see Barnett coming out, being replaced by number 24, William Harris Willoughby. Got to be careful. If you catch one of these smaller back square, you might get one hurt.
Trips formation again to the wide side of the field. Back to pass is Bogus. Throws the ball out, and that's Najawan Miller on the carry, and he's still running. He's going to have the ball all the way down to about the 27-yard line before he's finally tackled by number 6 Fowler, and also number 29 for South Fulton, and that is Anthony Cox on the tackle.
Well, as an example there, guys, of high percentage pass, pretty high percentage, getting into the hands of one of your speedsters who can really make a big play. Najawan's not been a major part of the offense so far this year, but he's dangerous anytime he gets the ball in his hands.
Of course, Najawan started the first 2 or 3 games of the year at quarterback and did a pretty good job. Snap over the head of Bogus, and smartly, wisely, he gets down on the ball. And he's going to be a loss of about close to 8 yards on the play. And Peabody's going to have 2nd and 18.
So, you know, that shows some maturity by Bogus. I think earlier in the year he might have tried to pick that ball up and run it. This time, he, with the confidence that he's gained and experience, he just falls on to live to play another down.
2nd and 19 for the Golden Tide as we're at 4:09 of the first quarter. And I believe that's going to be a penalty against South Fulton. Let's see what the call is. Five-yard penalty against South Fulton. Peabody's leading this contest 7-0, and they got 5 yards back after about a 9-yard loss, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Three receivers to the wide side of the field. Willoughby on the carry. He's still running, and he's going to have a pickup of about 10, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5, very manageable yardage for the Golden Tide.
Well, Willoughby takes over for Barnett, again running up the middle. Barnett had some success earlier in the quarter with that. Willoughby just takes over, does a good job.
3rd and 5 for the Golden Tide. Trips formation again. They look back to the sideline to Coach Mintz and get into play. William Harris again on the run, and he's going to have enough for the first down as Scruggs is out blocking for him down there, and also is number 71, Noah Allen. And so pretty good movement by the offensive line.
Well, it's just huge because, we started in the hole at first down maybe close to 20 yards and were able to pick up that first down now inside this red zone with a lot of options, a lot of weapons available.
1st and 10. Bogus on the keeper, and he's hit immediately by number 45 and number 54 for South Fulton. 44 is Willie Kneppel, and number 54 for South Fulton is Landon Neville. And so those two young men were waiting for that play.
Well, we probably all learned in high school football, you've got to be careful when you leave your feet and jump up. It better be a good reason because he could have been driven in the ground that time. Thankfully, he wasn't hurt.
2nd and 12 for the Golden Tide. Bogus rolls out, throws over the head of number 8, Malik Dokes, on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Well, 3rd down here inside the red zone. One of those options is an extremely good field goal kicker. Not had a lot of opportunities to kick field goals, but certainly has the leg for it, even on a soggy, windy field like tonight.
Third and 12 for the Golden Tide. Spread formation, 2 receivers both sides of the field. Bogus rolls out. He passes down into the end zone, and he passes it out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th down on the play.
Not really sure exactly what he's trying there. He had 2 receivers in the same corner, basically the same section of the end zone. Thankfully, again, Bogus throws it long instead of short.
Field goal team comes onto the field for the Golden Tide. Drew Sanders is going to try to make 4 for 4 out of this year. He's kicked 3 out of 3 so far this year, and one of the leading scorers in the West Tennessee area is one of our kickers, and he's just a sophomore. Bogus is set to hold it. There's the snap, here's the kick, and it was blocked. And looked like he didn't know what to do with it. But a little confusion on the play as J.P. Fowler came in and blocked it, and Sanders looked like it kind of alarmed him there. And that ball's live until somebody gets on it, isn't it, Joey?
Well, the thing about it is South Fulton came in with almost unblocked, it seemed, had no trouble whatsoever blocking that field goal. It's kind of troublesome there that our blocking's not better than that on that play.
Fowler on the carry, and he's going to be hit by several defenders and going to be dropped for a loss on the play. They were trying to run a little inside scissors reverse, and I don't know whether that was they had penetration and just weren't able to get the handoff, or they were going to fake that play. But another way, and it had the look of that play anyway, but Fowler kept it, and he was dropped for about a 3-yard loss on the play.
Paul, I think penetration was the key there. Peabody did something not able to do too much this year. Defensive line really being able to get in the backfield.
2nd and 13 from South Fulton. Garmin's back to pass. And he throws the ball incomplete. And he's hit pretty hard as he releases the football by a big number Hayden, 67, Hayden Whitby, and number 62 for the Golden Tide. That is Grant McEwen. Grant getting the start tonight at nose guard after having a good performance last week against Union City.
Kieran doing a good job getting to the quarterback. I noticed Hayden Whitby was double teamed there on the line, but was able to slide out, use some good speed, and get to the quarterback. Third and long here, Paul.
Third and long. Ball went through the hands of Garmin. He passes it back. We got a little backyard football going on here, and they get him out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
I think that's going to be against Hayden Whitby. Like number 64, perhaps, for South Fulton.
Holding, and it's going to be declined.
Defense is really showing up tonight. Looks good to see them playing hard, running to the ball.
Fowler's going to be set to punt for South Fulton as they have the ball fourth and about 17.
Really a great opportunity to get one run back here. Some good field position. Gadlin and Malik Dokes are ready.
Dokes and Gadlin are back ready to receive this punt. And the ball is blocked. And all we got to do is get on it. It'll be a touchdown, but it goes out of the back of the end zone for a safety. But that was our senior, Ty Fields, coming in, blowing in, and blocking that punt, Joey.
Well, Ty Fields just plays hard every play of every game, offensively, defensively. He didn't do anything differently that play except get to the ball. He charges every play, and you have to really appreciate a kid like that who gives it everything he's got.
And so Peabody's got the lead 9-0 here with 52.3 seconds to go in the first period. And South Fulton will be kicking off, but we're going to take a break right here as you're watching Golden Tide football on TV 22 and JEA channel E+6 out of Jackson. We'll be right back after this short break.
Whitby Family Clinic offers the very best in primary care, specializing in pediatrics, women's health and weight loss, workman's comp, Medicare, and geriatrics. Come experience the affectionate and caring medical service at its best, in a warm, home-like cozy environment with highly trained nurse practitioners, nurses, and support staff. It has been our pleasure to serve patients in the Trenton area for the past 20 years. At Whitby Family Clinic, we know it is important that you have a medical provider you can talk to and trust. We are devoted to quality care for patients of all ages. Whitby Family Clinic, caring for a living.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA #1 in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
So South Fulton is set to have a free kick after Peabody scores on a safety. Ty Fields came in and blocked the punt, and it went out of the back of the end zone. And the score is 9-0 here at the end of the first period. 52.3 seconds to go. Fowler set to kick off. And so a little high dinky kick and taken there by Jared Penn, number 89, and they better get him on the ground or he'll be in the end zone before they turn around. And Penn's knocked out of bounds at about the 15 or 16-yard line where Peabody will have it 1st and 10.
Well, you notice, Paul, how the kicker had that teed up. It was sideways on the tee, never intended to be a long, deep kick, squib kick on this wet night. It might have worked, but just didn't kind of work out for South Fulton. We're grateful as Penn runs it back, does a great job of eluding his tacklers.
1st and 10, gold formation or the spread offense for Peabody. Bogus rolls out, and he's going to keep it on the play, and he turns it up, and he's going to be tackled for a gain of about 4 on the play, as Peabody will have it 2nd and 6 from about the 16-yard line.
Well, Morgan's looking good running the ball. We also want to remember, though, we've had some players hurt this year. In fact, last week we've had some hurt, knees hurt. In the last few weeks we've had some ACLs and MCLs torn, and we certainly don't want to see any more hurt. Bogus is going to have to be careful and selective when he pulls that ball down and runs with it.
Well, that's going to bring an end to the first quarter of play, as Peabody's winning this contest 9-0 here at Walter Kilser Stadium. You're watching the Ball Game Blitz high school football television show on the E+6 out of Jackson, the JEA channel, and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Rocky Top Barbecue, located at 414 East Eaton Street, allows you to eat in, carry out, or call in. Crowd favorites include loaded baked potato or tater, hamburgers and hamburger steaks, barbecue nachos, and of course, pulled pork barbecue. For your next party, get the shoulder pack, 17 to 20 pounds of shoulder, a gallon of baked beans, a quart of slaw, a quart of barbecue sauce, and 2 packs of buns for only $89.99. So come visit or call Rocky Top Barbecue at 855-0122.
So we're set for the second quarter as Peabody's winning 9-0, and they have the ball down on South Fulton's 16-yard line, second down and about 6. 3 wideouts this side of the field. Barnett joins Bogus in the backfield. Going to hand the ball off to Barnett, and he's going to be hit immediately by number 88 for South Fulton in there making the tackle on the play. And South Fulton, that young man is Ryan Prince, did a good job blowing through there and making the tackle.
Well, it looks like linebackers were stunting that time. Guessed correctly. If we can catch them on that stunt, throw it over their head.
At some point, we've got to start handing the ball off to these little wideouts when they come across the backfield in motion and make them respect going in motion. Bogus on the carry, and he's going to have enough for the first down.
Again, it's great to see Bogus run the ball and pulls it down. It's very effective, quick, but you got to be careful.
Ty Fields into the ball game for Tavarian Barnett.
And that just changes the complexion of the game. We know what this means. This is more power. Comes to the backfield, probably the most powerful running back we have.
And probably a little better job on ball security as well. Ball in motion. That's what you want to see. Xavier can run the football if they give him an opportunity. And I believe Xavier can beat them coming wide as well. I think that play was designed to cut up in the middle, and that's exactly what he did.
Sure, Ty Fields was brought in to block, lead block there.
Second down and 9, or second and goal for the Golden Tide. And offsides is going to be called, or illegal motion against Peabody.
Well, haven't had...
Or was that delay of game? Procedure penalty against the Golden Tide.
Not sure, guys, how many penalties. Is that the first penalty we've had tonight?
First penalty of the night for the Golden Tide, says our statistician, Taylor Spencer. 2nd and 14. Second and goal from the 14, rather. Bogus back to pass. And Ty Fields is going to go in. Touchdown for the Golden Tide. And so a pretty screen pass set out there to the left side, Joey, and it is executed to perfection.
That is exactly how you practice it. I don't think Ty Fields was even touched. And he marches into the end zone. Great job. The quarterback, Bogus, just a beautiful touch pass there. Ty Fields runs it in.
Sanders on for the point after touchdown. There's the snap, and there's the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And so with 10 minutes to go in this second quarter of action from Peabody High School, Trenton's winning this contest 16-0 over South Fulton. We'll be back for the kickoff after this break as you're watching Ball Game Blitz on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.